All right. Hey, now that I've unmuted my microphone, good evening, everybody. Facebook is being special.
That's okay. We're still completely live on YouTube.
We're live on YouTube, so maybe can you see me on Facebook by any chance? Gotta love it when technology does technology things. No, we're not on Facebook. Let me see if I can get us on Facebook real quick. Yeah, I'll remove it. And we'll just stick it back on here and see what happens. All right, I think that fixed it. I think we're on Facebook now. I think.
Yep, you're there.
All right. Hey, have I ever mentioned that I have an incredible, um, she has so many titles: partner, production manager, partner in crime, friend, all that good stuff. She does a great job of trying to keep me on task and on my head on straight. And it's a full time job for more than three people, and she tries to do it all herself. So I do appreciate her. Anyway, all right.
I think I've got multiple personalities.
Yeah, she's got plenty of personalities to deal with it too. Anyway, welcome. It's Wednesday night. It's time to talk about some music, some live local music. In a little while, we will get to what's new, what's going on, what's going on around the area in venues and artists and stuff like that. Um, but first, we do have a special guest with us tonight. This guy is a buddy of mine, somebody that I've had the privilege of knowing for several years. Got to listen to his music, got to watch him play a lot, and it's always a fun show. Good time to have him around. So, without buttering him up anymore, uh, let me introduce you to my buddy, Mr. Joe Bateman.
What's going on, y'all?
How's it going, Joe?
How's it going, buddy?
It's doing good. It's good to see you.
It's good to see you. How's things going?
Man, it's going good. I living the dream, and it's not too bad of a dream most days either. So it's keeps me busy, keeps me occupied, gives me something to do, makes me pretend like I'm not going crazy and losing my mind. So it's everything's good. So
There you go.
what about with you? How's things going on in your neck of the woods, or I should say, like right over yonder, just a little bit.
Busy. If I had to sum it all up into one word, busy. Working, playing music, getting ready to have a baby. Yeah, things are getting pretty crazy over here.
Yeah. So I noticed we talked about this a little bit or briefly, like when you were over at my house a while back, uh, and you'd said that you were going to be doing more um, acoustic, like one man shows type things was your plan for this year, and doing less stuff as a band. Is that part to kind of help give you a better balance of stuff you need to do, trying to juggle the job and the soon coming baby and all that stuff, or was it just like just wanted to kind of take it in a different direction for a while? Or I'm
Well,
going to stop putting words in your mouth and let you tell me. So
that certainly helps. With the baby coming and everything, I'm more with the less full band shows. Comes less rehearsals and getting ready for things. Now I do have several full band shows coming up this year, and I'm very much looking forward to jamming with the guys and getting those done. But as far as acoustic stuff, I feel like that's the only way that I'm going to be able to branch out and get more out of Northeast Arkansas, out of Arkansas, period. It's a lot more affordable for one guy to travel to Texas than to bring six,
Right.
and once I get down there and I get a name established and stuff, then then I'll pretty much be able to name a price hopefully and be like, hey, I got a band we can bring in, and it's just an opportunity to get out further and bigger places and expand the audience and the crowd. Get that JB brand out there.
Okay. So I saw you a couple weeks ago playing drums. What was it like to play drums for a whole show instead of just on the song Wipeout?
Man, drums was my first instrument. I got my first drum kit for my 3rd birthday. And, before that, I was beating on mom's pots and pans in the kitchen, in my diaper. And so I've always had that rhythm, I guess. And like I say, got my first drum kit, was in my first band playing drums when I was 12. We played the Dixie Dance and Mark's Hideout. They're on 69. It used to be a dance hall. And yeah, man, that was my first true love, playing drums. And then I took a guitar to Iraq with me and came back playing it. Between drums and guitar, I had learned to play bass from watching my dad, who's my bass player. and yeah, like I want to learn a song and I can plug it out on the bass. I can find the chords and stuff. And I just transferred that then over to the guitar and came home playing it. And every once in a while I have to get back here on the drums, but the other night playing all night drums, that was awesome. I was kind of nervous because it had been a long time since I'd done that. But it was awesome. It was very rewarding. I had a lot of fun. I was sweating, just wore out by the end of the night, but it was a lot of fun.
I can imagine that has to require a lot of energy just to be able to keep up with all the constant movement that you've got going on. So,
I choked 2 Red Bulls before the show. So yeah, it was a lot of energy.
So, I mean, and I know we talked about this. I always send these, questions out just to, kind of get a feel for, stuff we can talk about and things like that. But I guess you kind of already answered, well, how long have you been playing? Since you've been about 3 years old, you said. So, and so you play bass, you play guitar, you play drums, anything else?
No, not really. Not really. I want to learn to play the piano bad.
Okay.
Got to get one. I got to I can find them all day for free on Marketplace, but I got to find 6 buddies that are willing to go haul that thing with me. It's they ain't light.
No, they are not.
They, like I say, you can find them all over the place, dime a dozen, for free, even some places. But yeah, it takes 5 or 6 guys to haul one in anywhere, load it up, or anything. So.
Yeah, and then after you get it to wherever you're bringing it, you're going to have to go call a tuner. Yes. It won't be in tune anymore.
No. And finding those is hard too.
Yeah.
But,
yeah, my mom has a piano at home, and it's funny because let me think for a second. I think it's the D above middle C on her piano was always out of tune. I don't know what it was. It was always a little dead. So it was always a little off. The whole time she had it, she had the thing tuned several times, but that one key was always off. So
just ear piercing.
Where's the piano? It's a good question. I don't know where they put it. I don't remember if they moved it into the kitchen. It used to be in the living room on the wall where the TV is now. So,
and it wasn't in the bedroom that we stayed in.
So yeah, I don't know where they moved it then, but I know there's one around there somewhere. I know Mom didn't. Oh wait, No, it's at Julie's house now. That's where mom's piano went.
Hi,
It's at
Jersey.
my sister's house. So, and Joe said hi in case you missed that. So,
Yeah, no,
yeah.
man, I don't play any other instruments. Just
Okay.
guitar, bass, and drums.
What made you decide that being a musician is something that you wanted to do? Where'd you get that crazy idea from?
I don't know. I can't even tell you the the age I was. It's always been a part of me. I mean, I grew up, dad playing music, and I had uncles that played music, and it was just always around, and watching dad for sure. And then of course he didn't shelter me none. He introduced me to Johnny Cash and Elvis and Hank Jr. Dad's a big Hank Jr. fan, and just watching those guys tear up a stage and people going nuts over it. I was like, at a very young age, I was like, yeah, that's what I want to do. Like I want to be a singer. At that time, I want to be a
Okay.
country singer, and then as I got older and actually realized what it was I wanted to do, it's more of the entertainment aspect for me. I'm never going to be the greatest singer in the world, as long as Chris Stapleton or Vince Gill or any of those guys are alive. As far as guitar players go, I mean, shoot, Keith Urban again, Vince Gill, Brad Paisley, those guys. I'll never be able to hold a candle to those dudes. Uh, Drummers, Dave Grohl, Neil Peart. There ain't no freaking way. But you put me on a stage with Garth Brooks or Eric Church or Jason Aldean, and I'm gonna have the crowd going wow, just like they do. That's
Okay.
where it's at for me.
Yeah. Jersey says, hi, Joe. It's great seeing and hearing you. And she says, you are one heck of a showman for sure.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. I have to say that when you play at LA's, they always they have to make sure they map out and rearrange the tables so they can figure out which ones it is you're going to be trying to walk on top of. So,
Well, they got to position at LA's. They got to position the ones between the ceiling
yeah,
fans in there,
yeah.
because I have I smoked a $5,000, or no, I'm sorry, it was a $30,000 Gibson guitar that Steve Morrison's mom left him whenever she passed away. It was like a 60 something original, never been played. Like, she kept it in the case. He would, he kept the strings untuned. That way, it didn't warp the neck, anything like that. Like, he had all the original paperwork that she had with it. And he let me put it on. And yeah, the headstock went into the fan, and he about yanked me off the table. And, so we try to position the tables that just right at LA's.
Yeah. Yeah. That would be rough.
Oh yeah.
That's one of the things you got to get famous. Then after you get famous, then you can say this was damaged by, and that'll increase the value of it again. So yeah,
Right. We're working on it. We're working on it.
right. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I haven't made it there yet.
Your slides.
Yes, read my slide. So I put together for like most of the shows and stuff I do. I put together a slide deck talking about things and stuff, and I'll be in the middle of talking to something. Talking like tonight, I'm talking to you, or I might just be talking about what's coming up this weekend or something like that. And it never fails that at some point Jersey will say, well, hey, what about insert some topic? And I'm like, would you stop looking at my slide deck? Because that's like 2 slides away from where I am now. I just haven't quite made it there yet. So, so, uh, so but yeah, she was asking me about Spotify, and was one of the questions I was going to ask you anyway. So you've done several original songs that I know of. What streaming platforms can we find those songs on? Are they on Spotify? Are they on YouTube? Are they on Apple
They're
iTunes Music? Or
all streaming, music streaming platforms, Apple Music, iTunes, Amazon, Spotify, YouTube. I've only got two released right now. We are going to be working on an album this year and try to get it out and released by the end of the year. Um, and then hopefully that'll kick off 2025 and give us something to do. You know, we can tour and probably get that promoted outside of Arkansas, get it pushed a little bit further out there. Is the plan anyway.
okay,
But right now, yeah, I've only got two that are available everywhere. Anywhere you download or listen to music, check them out. They're
okay,
The Way I Was Raised and Can't Keep a Good Man Down are the two songs that we've got out right now.
pretty sure I've heard both of those. A
A
timer,
couple times, I'm sure.
timer 20, probably. Yeah.
I know I request a Joe Bateman original every time we go see him live.
Right. Yeah. Jersey's always looking for those Joe Bateman originals.
If you come to the acoustic shows, you'll get to hear more than just those two.
I saw you had something, and I saw this on your Facebook page, but it was just in passing. I didn't get a chance to click on it and follow it. But there was something there that said, I just caught the comment. It said, "Hey, some people have been asking me to release this on Facebook, not just as a link to YouTube." Is that one of those songs, or is that something else?
That's the official music video to "Can't Keep a Good Man Down." Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, we did a watch party whenever we made the music video, and it was recorded at LA Nights, and a lot of people came out and was in it, and it was awesome. My buddy Barnhill, Dylan Barnhill, he was the main character of the video, and it was a lot of fun getting to run him around town all day and have him do this and do that, and his method of acting is just bar none. Like he's a great actor in my opinion. You know, he did a phenomenal job, and yeah. So we had the watch party at LA's whenever we released the video, and it got several thousand views overnight. And people was like, "Well, you should release it on Facebook too." So I put it on Facebook, and I forget how many views it's got now, um, but yeah, I'm very proud. Night Productions is the ones that recorded that video for us, and they did a phenomenal job. Knocks it out of the park.
Okay. So this is a very open-ended question, and this can be something about music, or this can be something outside the realm of music. Um, this is purely your perspective on this. Um, what to date is your greatest achievement?
Hands down, my kids. Hands down, my children. I've got twins that'll be 18 in May. This is their senior year of high school, and they're both hardworking young men. I couldn't be more proud of the men that they are becoming. Um, they're not ready for the world yet, but who is at 18? You know what I mean? But yeah, for sure, my children. Cash, he's 10. He'll be 11 this year. Uh, he's a little stinker, you know, but he does good in school. He gets good grades. For the most part, he listens, and you know, he's growing up to be a pretty good kid. And then of course we got the baby girl on the way, first and only girl so far, and that's going to be a challenge. I'm I'm excited about this one. It's going to be different.
You know what the worst part about having little girls is?
What's that?
Knowing they're going to meet guys like you were.
Son, don't threaten me like that.
I mean, I'm just saying it's part of it, you know.
Oh
Uncle
yeah, I
Larry
dread
will
that
come
day.
over.
I dread that day.
Yeah, I can come help you wrangle them in if you need to, you know, when they.
That'll work. That'll
So
work.
yeah,
I might
or
be
provide
calling.
you with a good alibi or something. One of them. So.
Outside the driveway.
There we go. He's putting a roof on my house.
Right. Yeah, that's what all that banging you heard was. Yeah,
Uh,
it was a deadline. That's the reason why we're doing it 2:00 in the morning. So
yeah, had to beat the rain.
right. So the flip side of that. So your greatest achievement. What is your biggest ambition? Future goal. What do you want to see as maybe not the when I do this I'll know I've made it kind of thing, but what is a goal that you have for the future that you want to shoot for?
I want my kids to be successful as far as as far as they go. Um, I want them to be proud of me. You know, as far as ambitions for myself, I've told several people this that like for me again goes back to the entertainment thing. I want to be sitting in a crowd with Garth Brooks over here on this side, and I use these two guys because they're the best performers I've ever, but Garth Brooks and Eric Church, I want them sitting in the crowd, and I want to hear the words, this year's Entertainer of the Year goes to Joe Bateman, and to walk up on stage and get an Entertainer of the Year award would be freaking cool.
Okay, yeah, that'd be
But,
really awesome. Then I can say
far
I knew this guy way back when. So
but as far as legacies go, if that's more what you're, to nail on that point, like, I want my kids to be proud of me. Hopefully I live longer than them. I outlive my children or hopefully they outlive me. Sorry, let me skip that, reverse it. Hopefully they outlive me, and whenever I pass, I want them to be able to say, Dad did everything he could to show us that he loved us. He worked his ass off to. Can I say that? Sorry.
I mean, yeah, I think it's probably okay.
He worked his hind end off to provide for us and give us the best that he could, and I want him to be proud of me. I want him to remember me with a good memory instead of bad stuff.
It's great goals. Man, um, I had another question I was going to ask you, and I don't remember what it was now. It was a great question, though. I swear it was. I'll think of it again in a minute. Maybe. Um, what's the best way to find out your schedule? What's the best way to keep up with you to find out where you're going to be playing, when you're going to be playing, all that kind of good stuff?
Facebook.
Facebook.
That's it. I post events and posters, and the week of the event, I'll post pretty heavy. I'll share the poster and share the event. Excuse me, and I'll let everybody know what's going on this weekend and where we're going to be, and whether it's acoustic or full band. So yeah, Facebook.com/the Joe Bateman. TheJoe Batman with an E in the middle of it.
The Joe Bateman. All right. And yeah, the Joe Bateman. That's probably a good thing to include there.
Well, see, there's another Joe
Because
Bateman
okay.
in England, and coincidentally enough, he is also a musician.
Hmm.
And there's some sort of mix up right now. If you go to the song "Can't Keep a Good Man Down" on Apple Music, which I'm trying desperately to get fixed. But if you go to "Can't Keep a Good Man Down" on Apple Music, the musician's profile that it's linked to is that Joe Bateman in England, and one of his songs is on that profile as well. And it's not country, it's not rock. He's more of an indie. it's a different kind of music. It's I don't even know how to explain it, but yeah, it's more of a poppy music, I guess. It's definitely not country or rhythm and blues.
Okay. Um, well, there's also if you look on if you just search for Joe Bateman on Facebook, I think you find I think you've got an old band page that's out there too.
There is an
So
old band page. My it's actually a long
It could be
funny
an
story, but yeah, it's under control of somebody else that is just hell bent on destroying everything that I've worked so hard for.
okay,
Yeah, we'll just leave it at that.
gotcha. I will. I'll make sure that the comments that come after this have the link to the correct one in it. So if anybody's got a question about which one is the correct Joe Bateman Facebook page, yeah, just look for the one that I'll have in the comments. That way you'll know you're looking at the right one. So, but yeah, I just remembered seeing two of them out there, and I do from time to time. I was like, if when I'm going searching, I'm like, oh no, it's this one.
It's funny.
So
I'll upload pictures on my page and change my profile picture or something, and then turn around 2 3 days later they do the same thing. It's it's hilarious. But
so where's the next place you're playing? Do you have anything booked right now?
um, I know we've got LA Nights coming up the 29th. It's a Friday night, the last Friday of March. Um, Armbands will go on sale somewhere around the middle of March. Um, Hoping to have those in, and we'll be getting those out pre-sale on those. Um, Pre-sale, I think we're going to do it $8 a piece if you pre-sale, and then
Okay.
$10 at the door if you
Okay.
pre-order one or get one before the show. Um, we'll sell them for $8, but if you show up and get one at the door, they'll be 10. So get a little bit of a discount if you buy one early.
And you said it's going to be on Friday night. That's going to be a Friday
Friday,
night.
yes.
All right.
So get off work, get a shower, come hang out at LA's with us.
I mean, just to be honest, if I'm going to LA, I ain't taking a shower. So. I don't know. I'm not I don't shower at night anyway, so I guess it doesn't really make a difference. I wouldn't do that anyway. So I take showers in the morning. For some reason, it's one of it tries to help wake me up. Doesn't do a
There
lot
you
of
go.
you know, but well, it might not wake me up in the morning, but it'd definitely wake me up at night if I was trying to take a shower and then go to bed. So yeah.
Right, right. Take you a cold shower, then go in there and snuggle up under the warm blankets.
um, Jersey would kill me. Um, see, I'm apparently one of the reasons why Jersey is so enamored with me is because I am like her personal portable heat source.
There you go.
Because she's like, all right, you've been in bed for 5 minutes. Why isn't the bed warm yet? You're not doing your job. Come on. And then yeah, it's not unusual for there to be we have a ceiling fan that runs year round, and we don't flip it around. It's always blowing down, just to provide that extra to keep me from overheating in the middle of the night, because it's nothing for me in January to be kicking the blanket off because I'm getting hot. So on the other hand, Jersey is perpetually cold. She's always cold. I would say it's that cold hands, warm. Yes, I will say it's that cold hands, warm heart thing.
That's
Yes,
why your hands are warm.
that's
You have a
it.
cold heart.
That's why her hands are always cold and my hands are always warm. I'll let you draw your own conclusions from that.
I'm not saying a word.
So. Well, that's all right. You've played, so you've played in a lot of places. And you've opened for a lot of different people, right?
Mm-hmm.
Tell me about a couple of the people that really stick out in your mind that you've opened up for. Sorry to put you on the spot. This was not one of our pre-vetted questions.
Opening for Blackstone Cherry last year at the Angel Run, that was pretty cool.
Okay.
A band that I grew up listening to and watching, the Kentucky Headhunters. Got a chance to open for those guys a couple times, and that's always a pleasure. I've actually got to help set up Fred's drums. Like, meet the guys after the show, before the show. It's pretty cool to meet those guys. Confederate Railroad, they called me up on stage and let me sing a song with them during their show one time after we opened for them. That was pretty cool. Got to open for Charlie Daniels. I guess that would be the mecca of my career. That was one of the very first things that I ever did. Right after I got home from Iraq, he came to Jonesboro, Arkansas, and did a welcome home show on his 70th birthday. He showed up and played for about 1,500 troops. And we'd all just gotten home from Iraq, and we were all there with our families, and he did a welcome home show for us. And we got to meet him before the show and get our pictures taken. And our battalion commander came in and presented him with one of our company coins, or battalion coins. And then she came up to me and was like, "Hey, do you have a guitar with you?" I was like, "No, I don't." And she said, "Well, you need to find one because you're starting the show." I had written a song in Iraq, and everybody wanted to hear it. And so this lady steps up and she's like, "Are you looking for a guitar?" I said, "Yes, ma'am." She said, "Follow me." And we walked outside, and she introduced herself as Charlie Daniels' wife, and took me backstage. And the guy that handed Charlie his fiddle and his guitars and stuff, he was like, "Well, what are you looking for?" And I told him an electric acoustic, is what I would like to play. And he was like, "All right, here." And he hands me this thin body white electric acoustic guitar, and had pearl inlaid stars, man, as smoothest neck I'd ever had in my hands. I mean, it was just a beautiful guitar. And I did my song over here to start the show that night, and then Charlie Daniels grabbed the same guitar that I played to start the show and did Long Haired Country Boy on it and tore it up, son. It was awesome. And that would have to be the best night. Yeah. Opening act. Yeah.
That is pretty awesome.
That's it. Hands down.
I grew up listening to a lot of Charlie Daniels, so yeah, that would be pretty awesome. So
yeah.
Of course, when you talk about Confederate Railroad, the first song I think of there is "Trashy Women." I don't know why, but
I think of that Bill's Laundromat Bar and Grill.
Okay.
That's a good one. My squad leader introduced me to that song, and that was the one that they let me sing with them that night. So that's always the first one that comes to my mind. Or Daddy Never Was the Cadillac Kind. That was always a favorite of mine.
Yep. They finally took a ride. That last ride, but yeah, I remember that one. I remember the video for that one.
Mm-hmm. Yep. That was a good one.
Yeah, I remember watching that one on CMT back when CMT had videos.
Right.
Which was, longer than when MTV actually had music. So that's terrible. I think I just told how old I was.
The good old days.
So what else is on your mind? So you mentioned March 29th, and then coming up April 19th, we're going to be back at LA's for Cody Knowles' benefit concert. That'll be another Friday night.
Absolutely.
So yeah, I'll definitely be there for that. I will more than likely be there on March 29th for that show. I'll just tell Robert I'm working that night.
There you go.
Yeah. I've been not working as much lately. Just trying to kind of take a little bit of a break. And they got a guy up there that's doing he seems to be doing an all right job. Got Hayden back there in the DJ booth, and he seems to be keeping it under control.
Yeah, Hayden does a pretty good job.
Told him he needs to stop being so scared of that microphone. He's like, I don't know what to say, and I'm like, well, don't let that stop you. I just make stuff up.
Right. Just turn it on and go to talking.
Yeah. Start talking. Eventually people will laugh or they'll tell you to shut up. One or the other. Sometimes both. So
tell Robert he's fixing to do a shot special.
Yeah, every once in a while they'll tell me Robert will tell me, or somebody will come down and say, hey, we need to do a shot special. But lately I'd gotten into the habit of I just surprised the bartenders. Hey, we're doing a shot special. This is what it is. Looking at me like, the heck are you thinking?
Hey, stampede to the bar though.
Right. It's great. The last time when you were playing there with Josh and the guys, I opened the night up with an electric kamikaze shot special, which was great because then I had to go up to the bar and make sure they knew how to make it, because it's something I've never heard anybody say anything about at LA's before. So yeah, and by the time I get up there, Ashton's like, she's like, yeah, I just Googled it and figured it out, and then she was in the middle of making one. So but hey, you got to keep them on their toes.
That's right.
You can't just give everybody, a fireball shot special every 5 minutes. Yeah, because then you got these weird people that like to have their fireball at room temperature. They don't want it chilled.
It's something about it, man. It bites too much whenever it's ice cold. I don't know. It's a lot smoother at room temperature.
I just think it's rough, no matter how you look at it.
Well, it's fireball.
I know.
Good buddy of mine. First shot of fireball I ever had. I was at Doe's Eat Place in Jonesboro doing an acoustic show with a buddy of mine, Clint Henderson, and Danny Nanny was the bartender that night. And we got done, and he came up and he was like, good show tonight, guys. Really enjoyed listening to y'all. He's like, you want a shot on me before y'all head out? And I was like, man, I really don't shoot whiskey. He's like, well, I'll tell you what, I'll get you a shot of Fireball. He said, nobody ever died taking a shot of Fireball. I was like, all right. And so he brought me a shot of room temperature Fireball, and I took it, and he was right. I didn't die. But that quickly became my drink of choice. And so, yeah, the rest is history. Fireball, room temperature, it is.
Clint Henderson, I haven't seen him in a while. I see random posts from him on Facebook every once in a while, but actually I haven't seen him in a while. So It's been a minute.
He's still around. He's working just like everybody else,
Yeah. What's he doing? Home inspections? Is that what he's doing these days?
Yeah.
That's what I heard he was doing the last time I talked to him anyway.
Yep.
All right. Well, what else is on your mind? Anything else you want to share with me or share with everybody else, or anything else you want to talk about tonight? I mean, we can talk politics if you want.
Nope.
I mean,
I don't talk politics. I don't.
What is it? There's three things you're not supposed to talk about in polite company. It's politics, religion, and I don't remember what the third one is.
I don't know.
Probably talking politics is never a good idea.
Now, Dolly Parton said in an interview one time that she said, if I've learned anything in this business, it's sometimes you got to keep your mouth shut. She said, I won't talk about politics because that's just not what I'm in. I'm not a politician. I'm not in politics. I'm in the music business. If you want to talk music, we'll talk music. And I respected Dolly a lot for that. And
money.
I've kind of adapted that same outlook on it,
Yeah.
Politics is politics, and what I do is totally different.
So I guess the third thing you're not supposed to talk about in polite company is money.
There it was. Yeah.
Politics, religion, and money.
Yeah.
That's probably good advice. It's a good way to at least make you try harder to start an argument with people that way.
Right.
So, but that made me think of something else. Oh, I was going to say, on the topic of money, since we're not going to talk about money anyway, I do happen to know a really good financial advisor. So if you're looking for some help in that area, or you know anybody that needs any help in that work area, let me know and I can get them in touch with somebody who'll do a really good job for them. That's
Okay.
a shameless plug. So,
Okay.
and I don't get a commission off of it. So, yeah.
I'll probably hit you up then.
All right.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a guy I talk to all the time. So, but yeah, he'll do a good job for you. If not, I know where he lives.
There you go.
Should now be the point, the time when I say he's my son-in-law, so that's why I know where he lives.
And people be asking.
Yeah, but yeah, he does. He's a really smart guy. Anyway, don't change the subject because we're not here to talk about him. We're here to talk about you. So, anything else you want to share? Anything else you'd like to talk about? Anything music related? Anything at all? Floor's open. It's yours, buddy. We'll talk about anything you want. Hey, we can talk all night long if you want. Ain't gonna bother me none. I have to go to work tomorrow morning, but nobody knows if what I'm doing. So, yeah, this is true. Half the time they don't remember I'm there.
I really can't think of anything, man. I mean, you done hit all the points that I was prepared for.
Yeah. So Jersey says, what was your favorite venue to play?
Oh, Lord, you're going to ask that question. Let's see.
Okay, well, maybe not what's your favorite venue. What are some of the most memorable venues that you've played? You can tell us about more.
LA's is always fun. The first gig I ever played with my band in 2018, September 21st of 2018, was the first gig Joe Bateman and the 870 Boys ever did outside of the last Los Cabos that we did in 2011. But like to kick off and start this whole thing was September 21st, 2018. And it was LA's now, it was the Double Stop or something like that at that time.
Okay.
But yeah, that was the very first place that we ever played. And every time we play there, it's fun. Everybody comes out and we have a good time. Forest Roots is a lot of fun to play. There's a lot of people that show up out of Forest Roots. Let's see here. I guess I'm trying to think. There's some places that just stand out, but I'm not.
What's the farthest you've went for a show, either as a band or as an individual?
We went to St. Peter's, Missouri one time. That was up around St. Louis.
Okay.
I guess the furthest I've ever played music would be, or the furthest place the way that I've ever played music would probably be Iraq.
That wasn't a paying gig, though. I mean, kind of, sort of, but
Nashville, St. Peter's, Conway. That's about as well. No, because we've been to Mississippi, Oxford, Mississippi, and played at the Rock House live in Oxford. That was a good venue to play. Yeah, that's about it. That'd probably be about the farthest would be Oxford or St. Peter's or Nashville.
Okay. Well, pretty good, solid 3-4 hour trip.
Oh yeah, we got a show coming up in April down in Texarkana. It's a festival down there for with a lady from the Arkansas County Clerks hooked me up with that one, and we're going down there to play full band, and that's going to be a good time.
Awesome.
But that's quite a haul. So.
Yeah, it is. Fortunately, it's. I mean, it's going to be a long drive, but fortunately, it's a pretty easy drive. You got pretty good roads most of the way there, except for Little Rock.
Yeah. it gets a little confusing there.
Well, that, and apparently they have. I think there's a Facebook page dedicated to one of the potholes that they're wanting to give it its own address. So apparently, it's about the size of a house. So maybe, I don't know. I might be exaggerating slightly, but yeah. Apparently, the road construction in and around Little Rock is causing some other needs for road construction. So
I don't
anyway,
get to Little Rock much,
well,
but
I honestly don't remember the last time I was in Little Rock. Oh wait, yes I do. It was in 2020. It's the last time I was in Little Rock.
I came through Little Rock a couple weeks ago. I had to go down to Camden, Arkansas, do a little work down there, and then had to pass through Little Rock a couple times going there and coming back. But I guess that'd be the last time that I've been to Little Rock. I guess, yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, you don't have to. Do you want to plug your day job while you're here?
Yeah, Prime Roofing. If anybody out there needs a roof or has any problems or even questions about their roof, we do free inspections. We write free estimates. Give me a call, 870-736-7664. Prime Roofing. We got you covered.
All right. And I can personally vouch for the quality of work that they do because about a month ago, they put a roof on my house and did a great job. They were very professional, very put together crew that came out here. They came out here, they went to work, they did the work, and they did a great job. Cleaned up everything really well when they were done. I've had no complaints. So yeah, definitely, if you're in the need for a roofing, anything like of that nature, yeah, holler at Joe. He'll take care of you.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, anything else you want to talk about, or you need to take off and go take care of your pregnant better half?
Yes, I probably need to
Yeah.
show her some attention.
All right. Sounds good. Well, send Micah our love. Tell her we'll catch up with her sometime soon. I hope you guys have a great evening. I hope everything with your pregnancy goes well. Look forward to finding out about the trials and travails of Joe Bateman as a girl dad. So yes,
girl dad. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm excited, man. It's going to be awesome.
All right, Joe. Thanks for being here tonight. I've loved having you on here. Can't wait till the next time I get to see you. It'll either be March 29th or possibly sometime before then. But if it's not before then, I'll definitely see you on March 29th at LA's.
Yes, sir.
All right. Have a good evening, Joe.
You too. Later.
Yeah. All right. That was Mr. Joe Bateman. Got to sit and chat with him for a while. That was a really great time. Had always enjoyed talking to Joe. We've I've had I didn't realize until he was talking about that his first gig with the the beginning of the current iteration was at the Double Stop, which means that I was there. Yeah, we were both there. Yeah, because you would have been working, and I would have been working that night too. So yeah, we got to see the. I didn't know that either. Yeah. So yeah, we got to see the beginning of the Joe Bateman experience. So. But anyway, so that was Joe, and I appreciate him showing up. That was super great. I really enjoyed that. And I know he had things he needed to do, but it's great talking to him. Now, before we go, let's talk about what's going on in the world of live music around the area coming up in the next couple of weeks. So we're going to kick things off with the Jake Lung Band. Jake Lung, he was here the other night. That's right. And he's always got something going on. The Jake Lung Band, not to be confused with Jake Lung. Jake, part of the time he has band stuff going on, and he's kind of does kind of the same thing as Joe. He books some full band events, and then he books some things that are just acoustic shows. The Jake Lung Band will be at the Stock Tank on February 24th. And then on March 2nd, they're going to be back at the brand new Levy Lounge. And then Jake Lung, the acoustic show, will be February 23rd. It's going to be at Spring River Draft House. February 25th, he will be at LA Nights. That's a Sunday. February 28th, he will be at the 40-08, which is named after the 40-08 is named after a locomotive, if I remember correctly. It's a specific type of I think it's a steam engine found in Europe, if I remember correctly. It was something I looked up a long time ago, and I may have slightly misremembered a couple of the details. And then March 1st, he will be at the Loft. So there's some opportunities to see Jake Lung and Jake Lung Band in their different iterations over the course of the next couple of weeks. The Christian Lee Trio is kicking off their 4th weekend at the Brick House. And they'll be there this Saturday. I haven't heard if they're going to be there next month or not. I don't know if they're going to still be doing Saturday gigs at the Brick House or if they have something else planned or what's going on there. But I know the Christian Lee Trio was back at least one more time this Saturday at the Brick House. February 23rd, John Jones is going to be at the J-Town Grill. And then February 24th, he'll be just down the road from, or just across the street from the Brick House. He'll be at the Rec Room. I haven't seen John play in a while. I need to find some time to do that. And unfortunately, I don't think that this weekend is going to be a good weekend for me to do that. Shane and the Piano Show is going to be now. I'm going to see if I can find some clarification on this because I'm not really sure what's going on because I'm getting a little bit of conflicting information. Forest Roots posted that Shane and the Piano Show is going to be part of their live music offerings. They're going to be Wednesdays and Thursdays starting at 7 p.m. But when I looked at Shane's Facebook page, he said he was going to be at Forest Roots on Wednesday, and then on Thursday he's going to be at I think it was Downtown Pizza in Walnut Ridge is where he's going to be on Thursday. So I'm not really sure if that's just something they're still working out, or if that's possibly a typo or something. I'm probably going to defer to Shane for the more accurate information, but best I can tell you is maybe reach out to Forest Roots or to Shane and confirm which day or days he's going to be there, or maybe he's going to just be there Wednesday and then moving forward he'll be there Wednesday and Thursdays. I'm not sure. So but yeah, I know he's going to be there Wednesday of, I guess that's next week, not this week, because Wednesday of this week would be tonight. So March 2nd, which is next Saturday night, Stephen Stone will be at Forest Roots. And there's a good chance that next Wednesday, we're going to have another special guest here next Wednesday, and that's going to be Mr. Philip Stewart will be here next Wednesday. And Philip, he sits in a lot of bands, does a lot of different stuff. I'll let him tell you about all that. But one of the bands that Philip plays with is the Stephen Stone Band. So yeah, there's a good chance he might be up there at Forest Roots next Saturday too. The Collins Theater has some musical events coming up. This Saturday at 7 p.m., the Collins Theater is hosting the 14th annual Rocking the Night Away to benefit the Paragould Band. This is going to be Richie Williams is going to be one of the singers and the MC. Donna Rose and Lori Dial are going to be there. Vicky Bishop's going to be there. Susie Stacy's going to be there. Lots of people are going to be there. It should be a good night, a really fun and enjoyable night. Going to get to meet some members of the band, some current and former members of the Paragould Band are going to be there. So if you're interested in any way with trying to support or wanting to help support the Paragould Band, School Band, then come out to the Collins Theater on Saturday night, 7 o'clock, one night only, and support the Paragould Band. Monday, just a few days after that, the Kevin Prater Band is going to be at the Collins Theater for KASU's Bluegrass Monday. The doors open at 6 o'clock. Showtime will be 7 o'clock. There is a $10 admission for that. And if you, it's a kid-friendly venue. And if you have any questions or you need any additional information, you can contact Marty Scarborough at mscarborough@astate.edu. He can answer your questions for that in relation to KASU's Bluegrass Monday. March 2nd, this will be next, excuse me, next Saturday. The Collins Theater is going to be hosting the Unforgettable Flood. The Unforgettable Flood is going to be a play that will be put on by the St. John's Lutheran Church. It's going to be a children's musical. Excuse me, just one second. Gotta love that persistent tickle in my throat. St. John's Lutheran Church will be putting on a production of The Unforgettable Flood on March 2nd. This is a children's musical that they will be performing. Skinny J's in Paragould has got a lot of stuff going on. This Friday night, Drive South will be providing music at Skinny J's. On Saturday, Joey Evans will be there. And then the following Saturday, the Eric Edwards Trio will be at Skinny J's in Paragould. Always have to remember to include the in Paragould part because there is one of those in Jonesboro. I don't want people to get confused, but we are talking about the Skinny J's in Paragould. Whiskey Ken's Levy Lounge will be hosting Project 573 this weekend. Sorry, off the top of my head, I forgot my date for that. So yeah, that'll be this Saturday at Whiskey Ken's Levy Lounge. Project 573 Classic Rock will be there on Saturday evening. Coming up next week, the Brick House Grill is going to be hosting a pop punk leap year party featuring Through It All and Storyline. This is going to take place on Thursday, leap day, Thursday leap day at starting around 8 p.m. So if you'd be interested in that, you can see the throughitallband.com or stayswinky.com. Stay Swinky is the promoter and organizer for that event. So you can get all the information about that event at one of those two websites or on the Brick House Grill's Facebook page. However, make sure when you're looking at for the Brick House Grill's Facebook page that you look for Brick House as one word, because if you look for Brick House as two words, it's a place in Illinois, Aurora, Illinois, I believe. That's not the place you want to go. I don't know why anybody wants to go to Illinois. And Joel and I talked about this a little bit earlier in the evening, but coming up here in a couple of months, we are going to have the second annual Cody Knoll Benefit Jam on Friday, April 19th, be hosted by Joe Bateman and being held at LA Nights. This is a benefit for Cody Knoll's family, take care of his family that has been left behind after he suddenly and unexpectedly passed away last year. All right, and that's all the things that are new and exciting and going on in the world of music this week. So if there's something that you'd like me to add, if something you'd like me to talk about, or if there's if you just like to get on the show and talk with me for a while, hey, that's great too. we definitely can set that up. Just shoot me a message and let me know. I'd love to talk to you. Love to see you. Until then. Oh, by the way, in the comments, I will have a link to. I'll have a link to this in the comments, but also you can find a link to this on the in the info or on the YouTube channel. I am developing a Spotify playlist, so whenever people come on the show and we have a conversation, I'll be adding people and adding their music to this playlist. So you can actually have a one-stop shop place to find the music for the artists that are going to be featured guests here on the show. So anything that they've got that's available on Spotify, I'll make sure I put it in that playlist. All right. So you guys, that's it for this evening. It's been great talking to you. Thank you so much for everybody that showed up. Thank you, Joe, for being here tonight. Hope you guys have a great evening, and we will see you soon. Good night, everybody.